Hello beautiful singers, this is Valerie White Williams and Vocal Splendor Studios, and today I would like to talk to you about what is the best age for students to begin voice lessons. Now this is an issue that has been floating around for a long time. I would say the old school voice teachers were taught to not teach anybody voice lessons until they were a teenager. And well, yes, that is what people were taught because they felt the voice was too dangerous to teach kids singing lessons. And so unfortunately, this idea has persisted over time because, to be honest, some voice teachers just don't want to teach teenagers. They want to teach collegiate level singers and they're not comfortable with it. However, the esteemed Academy of Voice Teachers has published an article years ago saying, yes, young people, even children, can take voice lessons. Now, let me say another thing about that. Voice training can be very intense. So I don't know if voice lessons are really appropriate for all young children. I think young children should enjoy singing in a very free manner and exploring their voice in a group class. Although kids that are actively involved performing probably should get lessons. So there are the kids that are actively performing in Broadway or a soloist, and then there's the kids that just want to have fun singing. The kids that just want to have fun singing might be best served to be in a choir or a group class or taking piano lessons versus intense voice lessons. But if your child wants to sing regularly as a soloist and is doing theater work, it's a good idea to take some lessons. So what you want to look for is a teacher that is comfortable teaching kids and knows how to teach kids and also teaches them as children and doesn't try to make them sound older. So that is the issue about young kids taking lessons, is not everybody understands vocal health and does age-appropriate singing, as is evidenced from all these 10-year-olds trying to sing O mio babino caro. And I won't go into that, but basically that is not what we want our kids to do, because we want them to learn to build their voice in a way that won't damage them in the long term. So this is where that issue comes up to play. Now, I don't think singers need to wait until they're teenagers to get lessons. I think they can get them anytime that they're very interested in learning to sing better and are willing to listen to a teacher. It's not about singing songs for fun. It's about learning to use the voice more athletically and helping you work with your voice physically. It's a physical discipline, but it should be fun too. So I've worked with kids, my personal preference, I've worked with children as young as 9 or 10 that are very motivated. If they're not motivated, if the mother is motivated or the parent is motivated, that's a different situation. We call those stage mothers. But if the child really is motivated to become a better singer and wants to sing, then 9 and 10 is a good age to begin lessons. I think private lessons, I'll say. I think for most kids, usually middle school is a good time. Now, middle school can be a tough time for some, especially the boys. They feel really awkward, the voice change. But I've worked with many young men through that process, and it's about learning the physical discipline of coordinating the voice and allowing the voice to kind of fall into place, because the voices are in transition. Girls' voices change too, not as dramatically as boys, but there is a big transition. And so if your child is interested in voice lessons, you just want to find somebody who works with children, knows how to work with them psychologically, also understands that their voices are growing and they're not going to try to make kids sound like little baby grown-ups. We don't want that. That is not good for their long-term development. We want them to sing age-appropriate songs that work with their voice and hopefully their interests. And there's tons of great music out there, a lot of the Disney catalog. There's many songs that kids can sing without sounding trampy or singing inappropriate music. So let me know if that helps. You do not need to be afraid of hurting your child's voice if you're listening to these old school people that say, oh, no voice lessons until they're 12 or no voice lessons until they're 16. Because here's the deal, a lot of these kids are going to sing anyway, and they're going to sing and create bad habits. And the bad habits can be harder to break later. So it's easier to learn the good habits from the beginning and learn to support the voice and sing with the voice versus trying to imitate your favorite celebrity. So I am in favor of voice lessons for younger people, and I think the science and the vocal pedagogues back me up. So if you've heard otherwise, you can research yourself. In fact, I think I'll try to find that article that does discuss why children should take lessons from a proper teacher, and then you can show those to people who say, oh, you're letting your kid have voice lessons at 12, they'll hurt your voice. That's old school thinking, and the science does not back that up. All right, I hope this has given you some help for deciding whether you want your child to take lessons and when, and let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, and the shares. I so appreciate it. So have a great day and sing on.